Here's a look and perspective from the eMiniDayTrader point of view for the market's activity on the eMini S&P for Friday, January the 30th, 2009. We're looking here at the market profiles, and each market profile is a lettered profile as well as a volume profile. This is what occurred today. This is the market profile and volume profile for Thursday. The one in between here is what occurred in the overnight Globex session. And when we left the market yesterday, the downward movement that the market had yesterday was somewhat suspect in our view. It had come down to an area of known support in here that we had earlier in the week, and we knew that the next level down, the price that I'd mentioned, was 834. The market overnight reached, this was our support, the market overnight reached 833, and then had a nice bounce and then closed in here in the overnight session, and then this is where the market opened in the regular trading hours today, Friday. So we knew that there was potential support in that area, but should that support in around the 45 area get breached, then the market could have another run down. And when we took a look at the daytime session profiles only, and here I have them merged, is that we had an opportunity to view them from a little bit different perspective, and that 45 area was right in here that I was just mentioning, and we had support early this week when the market dipped down to the high volume area that was formed on this 4-day market profile, which was formed last week, Tuesday through Friday, and that's where we had the good lift. So we knew that if this area in here was taken out, which it was yesterday, that was a bearish indication, although we were somewhat suspect on it because of the relatively light volume that occurred yesterday. But then when we had the overnight session, as that I was just showing, got all the way down to this level here, and then the market quickly opened and traded below that 45 area, we knew that the next level down was here once again to see if the overnight low could hold and the previous support area, and of course it didn't. The market had another leg down. So at this stage we are thinking that in this area is our likely support going into trade early next week around the 810, 811 area. Should the market spend a fair amount of time below that, that would be a very bearish development, and we could look for quite potentially a move as far as down as the current low, which was formed a couple of months ago around 740. So something for us to take a look at should the market gather some strength as it sells off, as it did today. As far as our individual trades were actually executed today, we had several indications of some good seller strength, obviously, throughout the early morning. But we were able to get long on a trade right in this area, although some of our traders may have chosen not to take that trade, even though it was set up and triggered, because we knew that there was some pretty good resistance in this red shaded area that our software produces, and so those traders would be looking to get looking to get short near the high of it, which some of them did in around the 834 area. So this is obviously one of the things that we really try and encourage with the people that we work with, is that our trading approach at eMiniDayTrader is not black and white. It's not paint by numbers. Even though our trades are 100% objective in that the identification of them as far as the setup and the trigger go, we also like to merge that with an understanding of market behavior. And so when we take a look at the give and take of the market as it's moving up and down in the auction, two-way auction style, that is the price discovery mechanism that the market has developed for the past 150 years, at least in North America, then we can go ahead and really pinpoint what condition the market is in. And so there's actually opportunity for other trades here than the ones that we show you in the black and white version. Our second trade was when the market rallied up to in this area. We were able to get short. This trade turned out to be a break even. Then we were able to get long as the market had a bit of a dip down here. And I actually ended up by making a special video and able to stay in this trade for a nice 4-point gain on the final partial on that. The trade did come down here once again in our black and white fashion. Would have stopped out some of our traders not yet used to the familiarity of making those minor adjustments from time to time. We don't often have to make adjustments. The earlier one I was mentioning was just an additional trade. It was not an adjustment. Whereas this one is from a trade management standpoint. Once you're more familiar with the system, why it works, why it makes sense sometimes to make those adjustments, and so forth, or for the traders who have been with us for a bit of time. The next trade was not until a fair bit later in the day. We actually used the trigger bar right here, and we got long, and were able to partake in a nice little up move there of some 3.5 points. The final trade of the day was actually when the market had sold off again, and we sold it when it bounced up on this balance area using the balance areas, and that one immediately moved in our favor. We were filled, only one tick moved against us, one or two, and then the market quickly dropped 3.5 points in our favor. So all in all, we had another nice day. Not a super profitable day, but a nicely profitable day, and so we're able to have four of the three of the five. We had five trades. Three of them reached their second objective and beyond, and made profits of 2.25, 2.25, and 1.25 on the final partial position on those three trades. One was a break even and one was a stop out trade, and the one trade that was stopped out was the one that I was explaining how many of our members would have made the adjustment on the stop rather than just in the black and white terms, and in which case that was a trade that netted 4 points on the final partial. So all in all, a nice day of trading, and we look forward to some more movement like this come next week. If you have any questions, interested at all, whatever, comments or questions, we'd love to hear from you. Just get a hold of us at our website, eMiniDayTrader.com, or send an email to info@eMiniDayTrader.com. Thanks for taking the time to view the video.